Imagine your body has a built-in security system designed to detect and destroy dangerous invaders, like viruses, bacteria, and even rogue cells that could turn into cancer. This defense force is always on high alert, patrolling every corner of your body, ready to strike at the first sign of trouble. But what if an enemy found a way to hack into that system? What if it learned how to whisper a secret code that tells the guards to stand down, to look the other way while it builds its fortress right under their noses? That is exactly what cancer does, and scientists have just uncovered one of its most cunning tricks. For decades, researchers have known that tumors do not simply grow because they multiply fast. They survive because they learn how to hide. While the immune system should recognize them as threats, something tells the body's defenders to stop attacking. Immunotherapies were developed to break through this invisibility shield, but they only work for a fraction of patients. Now we are beginning to understand why. Cancer uses a silent signal, a hidden hormone, like a password to shut down the very cells meant to destroy it. This hormone, long overlooked by science, belongs to a family of molecules once thought to play minor roles in stress and brain function. It circulates quietly in the body, normally involved in regulating internal processes we barely notice. But in the presence of cancer, it becomes a weapon. Tumors produce large amounts of this hormone and use it to send a deceptive message to a specific type of immune cell called myeloid cells. These are among the first responders when something goes wrong. They rush to the site of injury or disease, sound the alarm, and help bring in reinforcements like killer T cells. But when the tumor releases this hormone, those myeloid cells do not attack. Instead, they switch sides. The hormone binds to a special docking station on the surface of these immune cells, triggering a chain reaction inside that flips a biological off switch. Suddenly, the myeloid cells stop fighting. They stop calling for backup. In fact, they start doing the opposite. They begin protecting the tumor, helping it grow, and actively suppressing other parts of the immune system. It is as if the body's own peacekeepers have been bribed to become collaborators. The real shock came when researchers realized they could reverse this betrayal. By blocking either the hormone or the docking station it attaches to, they restored the immune cell's ability to fight. In animal studies, cancers that once grew aggressively began to slow down or even shrink. The immune system woke up. The alarms went off. The reinforcements arrived. Without any changes to the tumor itself, simply removing the silencing signal was enough to shift the balance back in favor of the body. This discovery is more than just another step forward. It is a complete change in perspective. For years, cancer research focused on targeting the tumor directly with drugs, radiation, or gene therapies. More recently, attention turned to boosting the immune system. But now we see that some cancers are not so much evading detection as actively manipulating our biology using signals already present in the body. They are not hiding in the shadows, they are walking in plain sight, wearing the uniform of a friend. And here is the most fascinating part: the same mechanism that helps cancer thrive might one day be used to heal autoimmune diseases. In conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, or inflammatory bowel disease, the immune system does not need to be stronger. It needs to be quieter. It is overreacting, attacking healthy tissues as if they were enemies. If the hormone that calms immune cells in cancer can be delivered in a controlled way, it might serve as a natural break, a way to dial down inflammation without wiping out the entire immune response. Unlike broad immunosuppressants that leave patients vulnerable to infections, this approach could offer precision control, turning down only the harmful activity while preserving protection against real threats. Think of it like adjusting the volume on a loudspeaker. Right now, many treatments either blast the sound full force or cut the power completely. This new pathway offers a dimmer switch, one that could fine-tune immunity based on what the body actually needs. What makes this finding even more remarkable is how it emerged, not from chasing a known target, but from asking a simple question: what are tumors talking to? Scientists scanned thousands of proteins, testing which ones could bind to the docking station on immune cells. Among the noise of cellular chatter, one molecule stood out. It was not supposed to be involved in immunity. It had no known role in cancer. But there it was, fitting perfectly into place like a key sliding into a lock. Follow-up experiments confirmed it. This hormone was the missing link, the silent command that told immune cells to stand down. The implications ripple far beyond oncology. Because this hormone and its receptor exist throughout the body, including in the brain and nervous system, researchers are now exploring whether this same pathway plays a role in neurodegenerative conditions where inflammation damages nerve cells. Could calming this overactive immune response slow diseases like Alzheimer's or multiple sclerosis? Early clues suggest it might. None of this means instant cures. Turning a discovery into a treatment takes time, rigorous testing, and careful validation. But the foundation has been laid. Pharmaceutical companies are already developing antibodies and small molecules aimed at interrupting this hormone signal. Clinical trials may soon test whether blocking this pathway can help patients who do not respond to current immunotherapies. Others will explore whether delivering the hormone, or a synthetic version, can safely reduce destructive inflammation in autoimmune disorders. What excites scientists most is not just the potential of a new drug, but the revelation of a deeper truth about the body, that healing and harm often come from the same source. Molecules that protect us in one context can betray us in another. Our biology is full of double agents, systems designed to maintain balance that can be twisted by disease. Understanding these mechanisms does not just give us new tools, it gives us wisdom. It teaches us that medicine is not about brute force, but about listening to the language of cells and learning how to correct a miscommunication. We are entering an era where treatments will not only target disease but reprogram the body's own logic. Instead of killing cancer cells directly, we may teach the immune system to see them again. Instead of shutting down the immune system entirely in autoimmune illness, we may gently remind it what belongs and what does not. This breakthrough also reminds us how much we still do not know. A hormone that existed in textbooks for decades, studied in fragments, suddenly emerges as a central player in one of medicine's greatest challenges. It was there all along, waiting to be seen. How many more hidden signals are circulating in our blood, operating in silence, shaping health and disease without our awareness? Science moves forward not just by building new things, but by decoding what nature has already built. Every cell in the human body contains libraries of information, networks of communication finer than any technology we have created. When we finally understand how they speak to each other, we gain the power to intervene, not as conquerors, but as translators, mediators, restorers of order. So the next time you hear about a new cancer discovery, remember this: behind the headlines is a story not just of disease, but of deception, resilience, and the quiet elegance of biology. A tiny hormone, once ignored, may hold the key to unlocking new ways to heal. And the most powerful weapons against illness might not come from outside the body, but from within, from understanding the signals we already carry, and learning how to change the message. If you found this story as mind-blowing as we did, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the latest breakthroughs in science and medicine, and turn on the bell so you never miss what's next. This is one of those moments where the future of healing is not about bigger drugs or stronger chemicals. It's about listening to the body's own language and finally learning how to respond. Share this video with someone who needs hope, who's fighting a battle, or who just believes in the power of discovery. Because sometimes, the smallest signal in your body can lead to the biggest change in medicine. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next one.